An activist, back again. Got a lot on my mind, got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of information that I believe is useful, that will help people if they take the time to listen and take the time to consider. You don't have to necessarily agree. I'm not asking people to agree with me. I'm asking you to listen and consider what I'm saying. Consider whether or not it makes sense. Consider whether or not it's relevant. Before I even continue, those of you that watch me all the time, you already know my name is Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I am the reason anybody on YouTube, social media, reality TV, I'm the reason why all of them are talking about colorism and dark skin discrimination, because I started the first platform to ever address it. And then everybody followed my lead and everybody started copying me. That's what happened. That's the short of it. I started dark skin activism in the year 1998, before there was social media, before there was YouTube, before there was all this reality TV stuff. I started dark skin activism as an undergraduate student. And it came out of my deep desire to figure out why was I treated differently for having dark skin and nappy hair. And to bring the black man back to the dark-skinned black woman in balance. Dark-skin activism consists of me writing books and plays and doing darkism tours about only dark skin. I've been doing this since 98. I created this entire lane. I'm the first person to do this. I always give credit to Colorism because she is the only other person that before the internet came along, before YouTube came along, when I say internet, I'm talking about social media. Before all that came along, she was actually advocating. The rest of these people are just copycats. My books include Darkism, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, which I have the book version and the play version. My other book includes Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, and that's the first motivational book for dark-skinned females. A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober story, that's another book that I wrote. And also Token Dark Girl, I think I might have mentioned that. This is what I do. I created this lane. I created this movement of talking about dark skin and colorism. No one can say that they created it. They only started talking about it on their channels, on their YouTube channels, after I went viral in 2015, which before that, I brought the first colorism channel to YouTube in 2010. And then I went viral, and people that never spoke on colorism before, they basically plagiarized me, took my ideas back to some of them already had larger audiences. They didn't build their large audiences off of colorism. They did not build their larger audiences off of colorism. I need y'all to understand that. They built it off other things. And then when I came along, they passed along my ideas as if it were theirs to their audience that they already built. In 2015, I went viral to millions across social media for calling out Kendrick Lamar's Darkism. The rapper Kendrick Lamar called out his Darkism and went viral for that. And that's when people started plagiarizing me. So that's the origin story. That's the short of it. My website is darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, it's darkskinactivist.com. My Cash App is $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. Hi, Daryl Phil. How you doing? Make sure you like and share this video. If people understood the benefits of antinatalism in terms of the stoppage of social problems, there would be more people practicing antinatalism. What is antinatalism? It is the belief, and anybody that knows what antinatalism is, you can feel free to come in the comment section and correct me. I'm correctable. Antinatalism is the belief that procreation is immoral. It's wrong. It causes harm. How does it cause harm? Because when a human being is, first of all, the number one thing before I even keep going with antinatalism is consent. Some people argue that yes, a child did give their consent, because I heard an argument that by virtue of the sperm making it to the egg, that's, you know, the meeting, that's consent. Well, I don't agree with that. It's the consent factor here with antinatalism, that a child, a human, cannot give consent to being born. Therefore, you should not choose for them. Since you can't get consent, then don't procreate. Because some people will say, you know, it's impossible. I'm getting so tired of our people walking around with these damn bonnets on their head. It's just disgusting. This girl just walking past me here with the bonnets. Y'all can hate and say I don't whatever. It ain't take Monique talking about bonnets on folks' head for me to not like it. It's so tacky. Black women, please keep the bonnets in the house. Please. I'd rather see you with a hijab on. That's more neater. Walk around, just look trifling and tired and just sloppy. I can't stand it. You don't even, it shows that you don't really care about yourself. Walk around with bonnets on your head. I almost put the camera on her, but I said I ain't gonna do that because we are in public. I mean, I'm at a public beach here, so you guys could see. I mean, technically, I could go ahead and put the camera on her if I wanted to, because you're in public. And I'm allowed to film in public. It's my constitutional right. But let me finish. So antinatalism is the belief that, you know, first of all, the consent thing, you can't get consent. So if you can't get consent, then why do you need to make the decision? Why do you need to make the decision to bring a person into this world knowing all the hardships that they may face? You yourself know. For people, let me tell you the type of people I really can't stand that need to become antinatalists. Trifling people, and I'm calling them trifling, the ones that know, that are aware. You're aware of your situation. You know that you might be in a bad situation. You know that you can't take care of a child. You know this. You know that if the child comes into the world, you living messed up, you might not have no place to stay. You might not have your education together. You might be going through whatever it may be. But it's a bad situation. You know this, but you choose. And I'm not talking about people that are disabled. I'm not talking about people that have been abused and, you know, forced and, you know, against their. I'm excluding those people. I'm talking about the ones that got regular cognition and you know what you're doing. Them the ones I can't stand. That bring a child into destruction. And this is why I don't really have a good relationship with my mom, because she was one of those people. She was one of those people that knew. You knew you wasn't equipped to take care of all us kids. You knew this. You knew that you weren't educated. You knew that your housing was unstable. You knew that you didn't have a husband. You knew this. But you still sat there and chose to bring children into a dysfunctional, poverty-stricken situation. Shame on people like that. I literally don't feel sorry for them. I can't stand them. Tie your tubes. What do the man do? Whatever the man version of tying tubes, do that. I'm talking to the men and the women. Tie your tubes. You know? And antinatalism, let me be clear, because people be coming on here lying, making up stuff on you quick. They're quick to make up stuff on you. Antinatalism has nothing to do with abortion. Because if you're an antinatalist, guess what? You're not going to even have an abortion because you're not going to procreate. So antinatalism has nothing to do with being pro-abortion or anti-abortion. Because how could you be pro-abortion or anti-abortion when you didn't procreate? Doesn't make sense. So for those of you, that think that, you are like let me tell you something, you are so far off the mark. You're wrong. Antinatalism can prevent so much destruction and harm to humans and to society. Antinatalism could put all these governmental entities and programs out of business. Antinatalism has the potential to put social programs out of business. Yeah, I said it. Social programs such as the public school system, foster care system, prison system, child support system, even in the healthcare. Just think about it. Antinatalism is very powerful, and that's why I think people are, they either don't understand it or they're not willing to understand it because they have been sold this belief, this notion to be pro-natalist. Well, that's fine, but I'm telling you to consider the logic behind being antinatalist and what antinatalism can do. If a dark-skinned human doesn't exist, never came into existence, the dark-skinned human can't experience darkism. Nor can the dark-skinned human experience racism. If a non-dark-skinned human never came into existence, the non-dark-skinned human cannot inflict racism or darkism. Does that make sense? It's impossible. And so I'm not against people having children at all. I just think that until we as a human society are able to clean up the society, clean up immorality, clean up the fuckery, clean up the debauchery, clean up the poverty, clean up the immorality. Until we're able to clean up as a society, then we all should be antinatalists. Society is cancerous. And I've even said that black, and I'm saying this on camera because I mean it. Y'all look at my face. I don't hide. This is Rashida Strober. What you see is what you get. I take pride in coming on cam. Yeah, sometimes I don't come on cam, but I come on cam a lot more than I don't come on cam because I want you to feel me and look in my eyes. And I want you to see me saying this. Black Americans, you need to become antinatalists because this society that you live in is cancerous. It's cancerous. It's not pure. It's bad for human consumption. And Black Americans, you're not leaders. You fall into other people's agendas. That's your problem. This is why I love Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I have to mention her. The Cress color confrontation theory. the ISIS papers. Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, if you don't know who she is and you black, shame on you. She, to me, is the top female scholar of all time. To me, that's the dark skin activist. I love Dr. Oh man, here come this girl walking past with this damn bonnet on again. Good Lord. Why, Lord? Just why? Just looking nasty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Horrible. Whew, moving right along. Dr. Frances Cress Wilson. I believe that, and I could be wrong, but I believe that Dr. Frances Cress Wilson would at least consider antinatalism as, a possible potential solution. And I see antinatalism as, I'm not being judgmental. The person is trifling. You don't have no self-respect. I'm not being judgmental. I'm telling the truth. You walking in public looking like that. No, I'm gonna say it. Take the bonnet off. It looks a hot mess. She looks terrible. If somebody want to say I look terrible, they free to say it. I don't care. If they telling the truth, then I'm gonna agree with them. Take the bonnets off. Bonnets look horrible in public. It's a sign of I don't care. It's a sign of not respecting yourself. And I can't stand looking at it. It's sloppy, it's nasty, and I don't like to look at it. And that's my preference. It's my eyes. Just like they have a right to go around wearing this sloppy shit, I don't have to like it, and I don't like it. I'm not being judgmental. I'm telling the truth. Moving right along. Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, I think, would be reasonable enough to consider antinatalism as, if she was still alive, to consider antinatalism as a temporary solution. Because I do see it as temporary. I just previously said, until human beings are able to get their shit together. And it's mainly on a moral level, because I think that if we got our shit together as humans on a moral, we always talk about money, but really it's morals. And human beings, as we are right now, we are the filth of the earth. Yep. The trees, the water, the sun, the ground, the dirt is more superior than human beings. The animals are more superior than human beings. Yeah, they're morally superior than human beings to me. And I say this because God has given humans dominion over the earth, but look at what we've done with it. Look at how we mistreat each other. Look at the racism. Look at the darkism. Look at the colorism. Look at the poverty. Look at the abuse. Look at the social systems, the political system, the prison system, the foster care system, the criminal justice system, the immoral behavior of humans towards each other. How could you look at all of that and not say that the trees, the dirt, the water isn't better? I don't see the trees and the dirt and the sand and the water doing all this stuff to human beings. It's human beings that are doing this stuff to human beings. What part of that don't we understand? We better understand. We better understand. I'm breaking it down. I mean, I can't break it down to you. I can't break it down to you no further than what I'm saying. I think a child could even understand it. I think a child could understand, folks. Watching all the homeless channels on YouTube. Like I said, y'all done heard me mention homeless people. I think it's a white guy that has a channel, homeless people. I think he been on the longest. A lot of people copying him. And then another, the soft white underbelly. And then now we got Atlanta Street Interviews. But I'm a type that like to give people their credit. All these bandwagon jumpers copying people. Yes, Atlanta Street Interviews, you are You are copying the other people that came before you. I will say that. You are. I'm pretty sure you don't watch them. And I just think these content creators, if you know you don't watch somebody and been inspired by them, you need to be honest and say it. And stop acting like you just came up with the idea out of your head. There's been people on YouTube that's been doing homeless interviews for the longest. And the reason why I watch homeless interviews, like I done told y'all many a times before, is because I myself was homeless. That's why I watch homeless stuff online, because I want to know the story. I got my story and these homeless people got their story. And I always help homeless people. I don't care what color they are. But when I sit there and I watch these homeless street interviews, I'm telling y'all, when I watched Soft White Underbelly, Atlanta Street Interviews, the other white guy, he's like the originator. It's a heavy set. He ain't really heavy set, but he got blue eyes. He wears glasses. I can't think of his name, but he got like one of the original homeless channels on YouTube. When I watched it and listened to the stories of those people, the abuse, foster home, foster care abuse, all kind of prisons, and mama on drugs, the daddy in prison. What the fuck? That's the case for antinatalism. How could someone tell me that it's okay if you a crackhead, you need to be an antinatalist? If you are an alcoholic, you need to be an antinatalist. And I don't give a damn how much money you got, because some crackheads have a lot of money, some ain't got none. Some alcoholics are very wealthy and some ain't got none. If you do drugs, you need to be an antinatalist. Why are you having babies? If you own drugs and you having babies, that should be a crime. You should be charged with a crime. Because it's criminal. And yes, if you know that you're in poverty, you're impoverished, and you don't have no mental defect, you just have regular cognition, there's nothing wrong with you, but your ass know that you're in poverty and you know you ain't got no money, and you sitting up here having children, you are despicable to me. You should have been antinatalist. Don't you not understand? And then these people, let me tell y'all something. The jealousy and envy that people that have a lot of kids that they know they can't take care of them and they're in poverty and they're struggling, they're jealous of single people that don't have children. Why do y'all hate on people without children? Why? Is it because you're mad that that person has resources and you don't? Are you mad that that person don't have baby daddy issues or baby mama issues or child support? Are you mad? I think it's jealousy. And see, I'm an honest one. I'm one of them people that let these single people know the real deal. I ain't gonna sit up there and lie and sugarcoat to them. I'm gonna tell them the truth. And I'm also gonna let them know that these people are jealous of you. They wish they could be you. They wish they had your freedom. They wish they had your money. And even if you ain't got no money, if a person ain't got no kids and they're free, hell, they still got their freedom. These people are fucking jealous of you, especially the ones that ain't doing nothing with themselves. They just got a whole bunch of kids. They ain't got no, they ain't got no ambitions. They just laying up, doing nothing. And they got this. I've seen people do this. Ask me how I know this, because I seen motherfuckers hate on people that don't got kids. You're jealous. You're straight jealous. A lot of these females, older ones that been through the struggle and had all these, they be jealous of these young females that don't be having kids. Y'all be hating on them. Y'all be hating on them because they look better than you. Their body is better, obviously, because they had a bunch of kids like you. They look better. They got their free time. They're just free human beings, and you want to be that way. And so you hate on them, and you try to encourage them to become like you. I've seen women do this, y'all. I've seen this. I've seen this. So y'all, I'm just saying, put the camera back on myself. These people are just haters. They're just jealous. They want to be like you. Because you're not going to have, if you don't have all these children that you cannot afford, you're not going to have all these extra problems that these people have, that they don't want to be honest and tell you about. They will not be honest to say their life. Why? Because they want, misery loves company. That's a true saying. I hate cliches, but misery loves company. These miserable people want you to be just like them. They want you to be struggling, because that's all it is. They're struggling. They want you to go through all the stuff that they're going through. But if you don't have that going on, then they look at you and they're jealous. So if you decide to become antinatalist, just know that you may attract some haters. The ones that's going to say stuff like, when you going to have kids? They want you to be in the same boat that they're in. Now, granted, some people, I'm not talking about everybody that has kids are going through whatever, because some people are doing well. They have children and they have a family and they can afford them and they're doing well. Nobody's going to be without problems. That's not going to happen. But I'm not talking about everybody, obviously. Okay. I'm not generalizing here. Okay. But I'm just sitting up here telling the truth. And if you dark skinned and poor, you're going to have it 10 times harder. Dark skinned, impoverished people should not be having children. I repeat, dark skinned, impoverished people should not be having children, because you're setting that dark skinned child up to experience darkism and racism. And you know it. Funny how we know this stuff and we don't care. You don't care. Eldridge Clever said, would Rashida Strober advocate for people being paid to be sterilized? No, I wouldn't advocate for that, because I don't want it to come down to that. That's a good question, but I wouldn't. I know that may sound ironic with what I'm saying. I am more of on the vein of people deciding on their own volition. Eldridge, you said human nature cannot be corrected on a universal level. Therefore, the best one can do is do their best individually. Birth control, not antinatalism. Well, antinatalism is birth control. They're the same. If you're an antinatalist, you're controlling whether or not you procreate. Antinatalism is a form of birth control. It really is, because you have made the decision to not get pregnant or to not impregnate someone. That's birth control. It's different kinds of birth control. You don't always have to put something in your body or pills to stop you from getting pregnant. I'm not even advocating for that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying make a conscious decision to not procreate if you know you can't handle it and you ain't ready. Because if you don't, all you're doing is contributing to destruction and human suffering. Yes, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah. And you looking at me like, what? Huh? No, I'm dead ass serious. If you're having dark-skinned children and you broke and you poor, and there's no crime in being broke and poor, but if you are of average intellect, you know damn well whether or not you should be having kids. And if you just say, I don't give a damn, I don't care, and you do it anyway, you are the problem. You're the problem. You're contributing to societal problems. Y'all don't like to hear that. See, that's the thing. People hate the truth. People hate hearing the truth, boy. I'm not talking about abortion. I'm not advocating abortion. This live has nothing to do with abortion. This live has nothing to do with abortion. I'm not talking about abortion. I'm talking about antinatalism. Let me repeat one more time. I really don't like to repeat myself because I've already said this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you didn't hear it or maybe you weren't tuned in. You cannot have an abortion if you're an antinatalist. Why? Because you made a decision not to procreate. If a person doesn't procreate, they can't have an abortion. If a person doesn't procreate, they cannot have an abortion. I am a temporary antinatalist, by the way. Antinatalism does not need to be permanent. We just need to call, what is it, a moratorium on procreating so that we can have some time to clean up the filthy, nasty, cancerous behavior of humanity. And then we can continue procreating. It's just that simple. The Cash App, Tone 202 said, well, here we go with what? What? I'm not doing anything. I'm just espousing the views and opinions of the world's first and only dark-skinned activists. What am I doing? What do you mean, here we go? I'm just telling my views on how I see the world. Everyone can tell how they see the world. This is how I see the world. This is how I see the world. Well, Eldridge Cleaver, if that's the truth, clever. I hope I'm not missing. I wouldn't be mad if humans go extinct. If that's the case, what you just said. You just said human nature is not going to change while we're in this world. Okay. Well then, if that's the case, I'm in favor of human extinction. Through God's own natural process. If human beings don't want to clean up their way. I mean, I grew up in a Pentecostal church, so I do believe in the Bible. So I know about Noah's Ark, Sodom and Gomorrah. I know about all that. When God had to make a new heaven and earth. Okay, that's fine. You sitting up here saying humans ain't gonna never change. Well, I'm not opposed to human extinction. Not one bit. And TEKDS talking about, oh God, get help. You're the one that needs help. I'm not the one in fucking denial here about humanity. See, that's what they do. They try to say you crazy or you need help just because I'm on here espousing my views and actually telling the truth. So you mean to fucking tell me that children in foster care aren't being abused, sexually abused, and beat up? You mean to fucking tell me that darkism and racism don't exist every day where black people don't get mistreated for being dark-skinned, motherfucker? You mean to motherfucking tell me, bitch, because now I'm finna start cussing your pussy ass out. And I might even fucking block you. Okay, I might even fucking block you, bitch. Because you're in denial now. You mean to tell me that racism, black people don't experience racism? You mean to tell me that dark-skinned people don't experience darkism? You mean to tell me that economic and political and educational opportunities are not impeded because of a person's skin tone? Use a lying-ass motherfucker. No, Tone 202, because people on here lying. I told y'all, one thing I can't stand is a liar. This person is sitting up there trying to tell me I need help. Bitch, society needs help. If Rashida Strobel, the dark-skinned activist, need help, bitch, I was born and bred in this society. Society needs help. Society needs help, bitch. And how am I threatening to destroy society? I didn't threaten to destroy anything, you lying bitch. What I said was, motherfucker, bitch. Because I'm going to call you that because you're coming in here harassing me again. So therefore, you're a bitch. What I fucking said was, I wouldn't care if human beings went extinct. And I don't. I have a right to my fucking opinion. First Amendment, motherfucker. I told y'all bitch ass, yo bitch ass, to go read the fucking Bill of Rights, bitch. Freedom of speech. And if you come in here starting shit today, your motherfucking ass is finna get blocked, bitch. You gotta understand, Tone, I don't be following these people around on the internet. I don't even know who the fuck they are. I don't care. They the one that's coming over here in my chat fucking with me. I'm over here minding my goddamn business, espousing my fucking antinatalist views. You think because you come over here and harass me that I'm going to change? No. All you're doing is reinforcing it. Harassing me and talking shit and stalking me. What it's doing, bitch, it's reinforcing my views on cancerous human beings. And my views on antinatalism. Take time out your day to come all the way over here. You must love my black ass to death. You always in my chat, stalker bitch. Stalker. Misunderstood, you're a stalker. And I know where you came from. I know exactly where you came from. You came from Tommy Sotomayor. You better stay your motherfucking ass from over here stalking me. I told you I'll fucking file a lawsuit against you. You better get your bitch ass on. Because I already done documented to the fucking courts, you misunderstood. Your name is already in the court record. So if you smart, you take your raggedy ass on and stop fucking harassing me, bitch. The Cash App is $rashidalala. 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 Once again, $rashidalala. I'm gonna put the camera on the beautiful beach here. It's gorgeous out here, y'all. It's so peaceful. And all I want is peace. All I be trying to do is find peace. Peace of mind. Like Mary J. Blige says, she got that song. All I really want is to be happy. Y'all know that song? It's to find a love that's mine. It would be so sweet. Well, I'm talking, I like the part. All I really want is to be happy. I ain't talking about finding the love and all that. I'm just talking about general human happiness. Once again, the Cash App is $rashidalala. $rashidalala. Don't sit here and just listen to my lives and not donate. I told y'all I'm in litigation, which really I just completed, but I still need to have legal fees that I've incurred. Please go donate. Please stop sitting here. Just it's like y'all enjoying my suffering. Like I don't understand it. Make a donation. If everybody made a $10 donation, that would like go so far in helping me to pay the expenses that I've incurred. Once again, you can go to my Cash App, my PayPal, or my GoFundMe. That's the Cash App, the PayPal, or the GoFundMe. Now, my Cash App is the one I prefer, but I can't tell y'all where to go. I'm just letting you know. The Cash App is $rashidalala. $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. That's my Cash App. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. I'm going to keep asking for donations. I will not stop because I need the financial support. So you can come on here all you want and say stuff like that. I don't care. $rashidalala. That's the Cash App. The PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, it's icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. My GoFundMe. You can find my GoFundMe by simply Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe and it's going to come right up. But like I said, I do prefer the Cash App because it's more efficient. So the Cash App is $Rashidalala, $Rashidalala, $Rashidalala. If you go to my website, you'll see my Cash App and my my Cash App and my PayPal right there if you scroll down on my website. And the website is darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com. Antinatalism will avoid so much human suffering. And it's really a shame that human beings aren't nice to each other, because the physical world itself is absolutely beautiful. You know, I was born and raised in Florida. And I used to take it for granted going to the beach every day or every other day, which I still do to this day. I live not far from the beach and I would take it for granted, but I realized everybody is not able to go just enjoy the water and sunshine. And, you know, even though people done talk shit about me and telling me, oh, don't get out there in the sun, you too black, you ashy when you go to the beach and all that foolishness they'll say. With all that being said, I still got the privilege, the God-given privilege of enjoying the beauty, the water and stuff, you know, and the sunshine and the trees and the greenery. And I realize that Earth itself is beautiful. It's the human beings that's the problem. It's not Earth. Earth ain't did nothing to nobody. Earth ain't did nothing. Earth ain't hurt a soul. Earth is not the problem. Human beings are the problem. Human beings are the problem, and human beings are also the solution. Okay? Human beings are the problem, and they're also the solution to the problem. But you got some human beings are just flat out fucking selfish, and they think that everything belongs to them. But in the Bible, it says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. I said in the Bible, it said the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. It didn't say the earth was Tom's and the fullness thereof. It did not say the earth belongs to, I don't know, Jennifer and the fullness thereof. It did not say the earth belongs to Mary and the fullness thereof. It says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. That's what it said. That's what it said. But for some reason, arrogant human beings seems to think that everything belongs to them. Arrogant. And that's why I love, again, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, because she helped with my worldview of understanding this more than anybody else. You know, she helped me to understand. Y'all better go read the ISIS papers. She was way before her time. What is it? The 9 to 11 areas of people activity where the racism occurs? Hold on, y'all. What's this phone? Hello? Hello? You got the wrong number. You got the wrong number. I understand, but it's still the wrong number. Thank you. Have a good day, though. Spam call. But anyway, yeah, the human beings, a certain group of human beings seem to think that they're supposed to control everything. Like the beautiful water, the trees, the very dirt and ground that we walk on. How the hell do you own dirt and ground? How? Human beings have no intrinsic right to ownership. It's human beings that are making these fucking laws. Y'all, if you really start to think critically about the logic of the human construct of laws and government and organization, it doesn't make sense. How the fuck do you own this dirt? Make it make sense. How do you own the dirt? How can you tell me that you own this? How? I need somebody to make it make sense for me. Make it make sense. I thought the scripture said the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and everything that dwells therein. But humans are convinced that they own everything, even the dirt. And they make it difficult for other human beings to have a place to live, to eat, just basic things that should be human rights. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to y'all that antinatalism would stop all of this in terms of the suffering that some human beings have to endure when they come onto this earth. I'm saying that if they don't exist, if they never came into existence, let me rephrase that. If human beings never came into existence to begin with, because a smart, intelligent individual decided not to procreate, then they would not experience suffering. It's impossible. Even in the Bible, the Bible supports antinatalism and talks about the ones that never came into existence are the most luckiest, or I'm paraphrasing now. That ain't the exact words, paraphrase. But the Bible talks about that. I think it's Deuteronomy. Y'all go look it up. So you even got the Bible supporting antinatalism, knowing full well and understanding full well that to not come into existence, because it's a difference between not coming into existence and not existing. Do you understand? There is a difference between not ever coming into existence and not existing. I'm not talking about not existing. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about not existing. We're going to get this real clear, because I don't want to be misunderstood. I don't want people putting words in my mouth. I don't want people lying on me. I'm not talking about not existing. I'm talking about not coming into existence, meaning never procreating, meaning never laying down and coming together with the opposite sex and creating a baby. Now, I'm not saying don't come together with the opposite sex. I'm saying when you come together, just don't procreate. Just don't procreate. Until, remember I said I think antinatalism should be temporary. Remember now, antinatalism should be temporary. I don't want it to be permanent. Because families are beautiful. Functional families are beautiful. I wish that for everybody. But I'm a realist and I deal with the real world. And that's not what we have in the real world. We don't have a bunch of functional families, especially not in my community. I just got to keep it real, keep it 100. I don't know, I just feel bad for people that have came into this world and have to live this fucked up human experience, because from the time they came into the world, they was doomed to fail because of the situation they was born into. I feel bad for them. I hear these stories all the time. And then in this society, people have this thing about pushing through. Oh, you got to push through. But why should you even have to push through? Why should the situation of the world be in such shambles and such selfishness in terms of human beings that people have to push through? Push through what? You shouldn't have to push through. Having a place to live, food to eat, access to the resources, that's a human right. When you're born, that's a fucking human right. Why do we need to have to push through? And it's celebrated. It shouldn't be that way. It's actually very wrong. Society needs to clean itself up. That's why I said antinatalism is temporary, a moratorium on procreation until society cleans itself up, until we clean up the evil of humanity. Why is it that no one wants to do that? Why do people want to keep having their jobs being based off of someone else's fucking oppression? Why? This whole social service system is based off of dysfunctional parents bringing children into the world. Maybe the person is on drugs or whatever. And then the child ends up in a foster home. And then you got a job as a foster parent or a social worker. Your job depends on fucking dysfunction. Your job depends on dysfunction. The prison system, which is unfair to a lot of black people. And it's a lot of black people working in the prison system as corrections officers. Guess what? Your job depends on human dysfunction. Antinatalism can put your job out of fucking business. Even the school system. Even the fucking school system. Do y'all realize that the school system is a relatively new thing? Public education is relatively new. And there's so much damn dysfunction in the public school system. Well, guess what? Newsflash, educators, administrators, antinatalism can put you out of work. Yep. Or can make you competitive to where you don't have the public system to fall back on, where you have to actually go out there and maybe work in a private school or as a private tutor and compete. Even somebody kept talking about abortion. Guess what? Antinatalism can put the abortion clinics out of business. Thank you, Mark. What's going on, Rashida Libra? This person keep on trolling me. I'm just going to keep blocking you. What other systems would be put out of business via antinatalism? Oh, I didn't mean to, Mark. I did not mean to put your thing off the thing, Mark. If you're still listening, I didn't mean. I was trying to block the person that's trolling me, and I accidentally. Okay, there we go. I accidentally put Mark thing out. I didn't mean to do that. My bad, Mark. If you're still listening. Criminal justice system would be put out of business. Due to antinatalism. It's so many different things in society that is dependent upon dysfunction. I don't know why this thing keep on deleting you, Mark. I do not mean to delete you. That's weird. Anyway, antinatalism is good for society. It really is. Antinatalism is so many reasons why I spent this whole stream talking about it, naming it, let you guys knowing. And I just want to encourage the people out there, the dark-skinned people out there, especially if you ain't got no kids, just consider antinatalism. Consider antinatalism because of all the suffering that you will prevent that dark-skinned child or that black child, because you could have a light-skinned, brown-skinned child too. But just consider that your act of antinatalism is an act of kindness, is an act of humanitarianism. It really is. And that you would be saving a human being from the harsh realities of this world. Exactly, Rashida Libra. They all up on here. It's terrible. But I just don't want people to suffer. I don't like seeing the suffering of humanity. I hate the fact that people are homeless when we got all this land. And I'm just astounded by homelessness when we got so much land all across America. Like, we should be really ashamed of ourselves. There is absolutely no need for homelessness. Antinatalism could prevent homelessness. Antinatalism could prevent drug use. Antinatalism could prevent alcoholism. Antinatalism could prevent some deadly disease or some accident, freak accident. Antinatalism is so useful. It really is. It's so useful. It's so needed. It's so relevant. It's just, man, it's so many benefits. It's not even funny if people would just consider it and open their hearts and minds to it. It has nothing to do with abortion. Like I said before, you can't abort a human that never came into existence. I think y'all get the point of what's on my heart. Every time I feel on my heart and soul, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk to y'all. And I'm gonna ask everybody once again, please go make a donation. Please go make a donation to my Cash App, my PayPal, or my GoFundMe to help me to pay for the legal expenses that I've incurred in fighting my case in court, the case against Darkism. I fought for 2 years. I cannot speak about the case. I cannot go in detail yet, but please make a donation. My Cash App is $Rashidalala. $Rashidalala. Once again, it's $Rashidalala. And that's RASHIDALALA. Once again, that's RASHIDALALA. That's my Cash App. And then you're just going to put a $sign in front of it. So that's $Rashidalala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, that's icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And it's spelled exactly as it sounds. My GoFundMe. You can find my GoFundMe if you Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe and it'll pop right up. So there you have 3 different platforms that you can make a donation on. My Cash App, my PayPal, or my GoFundMe. And you can go to my website and scroll down and you will see my Cash App and my PayPal. What's my website? It's darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com. Please, everyone, go and make a donation today, right now, to one of those 3 donation platforms. I will tell you that I do prefer the Cash App because that's probably the most simplest one, but I cannot tell you which one you want to donate. Whichever one you want to donate to, I would be grateful for that. Once again, the Cash App is $rashidalala, $rashidalala. I want to thank you all for listening and sharing. Make sure you like the video and make sure you share, and make sure you please go make a donation to one of my financial platforms. And I would appreciate it very, very much because, again, I wish I could talk to y'all about the litigation, but I can't. But I have been fighting for 2 straight years against Darkism, and I never stopped fighting. I never stopped to this day. I never stopped fighting. But the amount of money it takes to get justice is just killing me. It's astronomical. But that's what it is. So I thank y'all for y'all support, and I thank y'all for listening. And I hope somebody got something out of this. The world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober.